Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video tutorial, I was thinking we should do something a little bit more advanced today. So yeah, I came up with this slightly advanced dot manipulation technique. So let's get right on with it, shall we? So we are going to start with this complete pattern. This is my lower part. So I'm going to be attaching this to this later on, but first we're going to start working on this for the dot manipulation technique. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to draw in my new lines. So I'll draw in the lines where I want to transfer my dot to. So I'm transferring this dot here, I'm transferring it to the shoulder here, and I'm transferring this dot here somewhere around it. So these are my transferred dots. So now I'm going to draw in the style line. Obviously, just to make a new design, like that is to form a new design from this, I would like to draw in style lines, that is design style lines into this, apart from the dot manipulation, apart from the dot transfer I've already done. So I'm just going to draw something like this. So this is my new style line. So I went from here, curved it, and make sure the curve comes back to my bust point here, then it goes this way, comes back here, and then comes to join my bust point here, and it's going to extend to this place. So I'm just going to clean this line here off because I don't need it anymore. So now I'm going to be attaching my skirt pattern piece to this. So now before I extend this line from here to this lower part, I'm going to transfer this dot on my skirt block here. I'll transfer it here. Then I will extend this line and make sure it touches this point, and then it will go this way. So once I cut this part open and then close it, the dot here is going to be transferred here. So this part is open. Now I'm going to close this part up. So rather than transfer this dot here, this one here, this lower dot here, just close it up and the pattern would adjust itself. This is it without the dots closed. I'm going to open this one up just so you can see clearly. So this is it without the dots closed. So I'm going to close this dot now just so that you can see how this dot is going to move from here down to this part. So now I'm going to keep cutting this. Now you can see this dot successfully transferred to this part here. You can see this part is open, and then this dot successfully transferred right here. You can see this part also open. So this dot successfully transferred here, and then this dot successfully transferred here, and then this dot here also successfully transferred here. So I'm going to cut it open, and we have it open, separate pieces here. So I'm going to trim off this excess paper. And this is our design pattern. So now I'm just going to place my pattern pieces on my fabric, and then I'll cut it out. The back is not going to be this way. The back is going to be like a basic back, so, and I don't really need to explain that because you already know how to do that. So now there's nothing stopping this pattern from being fitted to the body of the wearer, or being fitted to the body of your mannequin, because the function of your dart also in the first instance, the function of a dart is to make your dress like fitted, hug your body like fitted, because our bodies are not exactly straight. We have like curves and slopes and all of that on our body. So our darts, the darts that we draw on our patterns are just there so that these clothes fits to the shape of our body. So now there's nothing stopping this pattern from fitting close to my mannequin, or if you are making the full size one, from fitting close to your body, because darts have already been transferred from here down to another spot, and this one here has been transferred to this spot. So it's still going to like really fit. It's just that we have created a whole new design from this dart manipulation, and there are like various ways. It just depends on your own creativity and all of that. So there are various ways to achieve different designs from your pattern using dart manipulation. So it's all according to your design perspective and your design, how creative you are with designing. So now I'm going to cut this out of my fabric. I'll cut it in two separate fabrics, just so you can see the full effect of this pattern or dart manipulation that we just did. And these are my two cut out pieces, and I added half-inch allowance right here and half-inch allowance right here, just to be able to join this part to this part. So yeah, that is all of it. So you know, you would have to, if you are trying to make this design, then you cut your back piece also, and then you cut facing for your neckline. This is my neckline, so I'll be attaching this like this. So it's going to go this way from here, then this comes right here, and it goes this way, comes here, and then it ends here. So now I'm going to sew this together now. So you place it right sides together to sew it. Then you remember to notch this part here, that is your waist here, and then you notch this part also here, that is your waist here, so that when you are sewing you don't misplace the pattern pieces when you are sewing. So you already know that this part has to correspond with this part. And this is it, guys. I know it can be a bit tricky to sew curves like this, and if you find that you are having difficulties sewing it, my best advice is to first sew down. When you pin them together, you can pin them together, then sew with a needle and thread first. At least that way you can see what you are doing. So once you finish sewing with a needle and thread, then you place on your sewing machine, and then you sew all the way around. Or if you can manage to do it straight like I did, all the better. So yeah, and this is what it's going to look like. So to make sure it lies flat and all of that, you really need to pick up like these allowances. You trim up the allowances. Like for this one now, the half-inch I added to this part is a little too much, and there's a reason why I added half-inch. On a normal, for this size of dress, I'm supposed to just add like a quarter to it, but for a full-sized person, it's best to like add half-inch to it, or you can add 1 inch, then you trim, you downsize it by half-inch, just so that it's easier for you to manage, because the tinier the allowance, the more difficult it's going to be. So now the only thing now you need to do is to iron this flat, and to make sure it lies really flat, you're going to notch round like you notch your necklines. So you notch here, notch here, notch here, notch here, notch here, notch here, and notch here. So once you notch it, you are going to have like a flat outlay here. So all you need to do now is to iron flat. So you open it up and then you iron all the way to this part. And really, you're making this out of a full-size fabric. You cut your facing, you turn in your facing, join your shoulders, your back shoulders and your front shoulders together. Add your sleeve if you're adding a sleeve. If you are not, you use your facing to turn your armholes, and then you join the sides together and you fix a zipper at the back of your dress. And really, that is all there is to do. So this is another, you can see now there are no darts on this dress, but the dress is going to be fitted on the body, and it has also, the dart manipulation that we did has also brought out a new design for your dress. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, and like this video if you found it helpful. You can also turn on the little notifications bell right beside the subscribe button, just so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. These two videos popping up on your screen, you may find it helpful, so do check it out.